Good morning all of you. Welcome back all of you to the physics online class, right? So in the previous session, I explained you about the earth magnetic elements, what are those and how the dip, declination and the horizontal component, they are related and what will be their formula and how it is changing from one place to the another place, what are their uses. Then today I am going to explain about the important terms in the magnetism. They are the first important term in the magnetism is important terms in magnetism, or you can also call it magnetization and magnetic intensity. Magnetic intensity. Yes, these are the another important terms you have to remember for the point of examination. What are those means? Let us start with the beginning term, that is magnetic induction. Magnetic induction. This already many times you studied in your previous chapter. Magnetic induction, it is represented as a B bar. What does it mean? Magnetic induction, or it is also called magnetic flux density, that is given by the total number of the magnetic field lines which are crossing normally per unit area of the material. They are called the magnetic induction or the magnetic flux density. I am clear? Suppose assume here is a one area and the magnetic field lines are crossing through this unit area. That area is normal. That area is perpendicular to the direction of the field here. Then how many number of the field lines which are coming out? That gives the magnetic induction of the material. Assume there is a charge Q which is moving in the magnetic field B, experiences a magnetic force F with a velocity V. Then how to write the magnetic force here? The magnetic force or the Lorentz force, already you studied that. It is given as F is equal to Q into V cross B. V cross B. If you write this in the magnitude formula, that is given as F is equal to QVB sin theta, QVB sin theta. Then from this formula, if you want to find what is the magnetic induction B, it is given as B is equal to F upon QV sin theta, QV sin theta, right? Then magnetic induction, it is a vector quantity. It has a both magnitude and the direction. And what is its SI unit means? That is Weber per meter square or Tesla. The SI unit of the induction, SI unit of B is Weber per meter square or Tesla. Remember this. This is the first term related to the magnetism. Yes, then moving to the second important term, that is magnetic intensity. Magnetic intensity, or this is also called magnetizing field. Magnetizing field. This is represented by H bar. What is magnetizing field? Very simple. Assume it is a material. When this material is kept in the magnetic field, suddenly it gets magnetized after some time. Then that capacity, the capability of the magnetic field to magnetize a material kept in this is called magnetizing field. What is the magnetizing field? The capability or the capacity of the magnetic field to magnetize a material kept in that or in it is called the magnetizing field H. Assume there is a solenoid, then it consisting n number of the turns per unit length, and I is the current flowing through the solenoid. Then how to write? The magnetizing field is given as H is equal to Ni. Am I clear? The magnetizing field for the solenoid which having n number of turns per unit length and current through that is the I, it is given H is equal to Ni. But for the solenoid, we also know that the magnetic induction B is given as, that is mu into Ni, Then B is equal to mu. In the place of Ni, you can replace that as a H. This is the important relation between the magnetic induction B and the magnetizing field H. This is for the solenoid. If you write for the toroid with the core free space, or for a free space, the magnetizing field, the magnetic induction B naught is given as mu naught into H for the free space. Am I clear, dear students? Yes, what is the magnetic intensity or the magnetizing field? It is the capability of the magnetic field to magnetize a material kept in it, and this is denoted by a letter H. And for the solenoid, the H is equal to Ni, where N is the number of turns per unit length, I is the current through the solenoid. Then if B is taken magnetic induction in the solenoid, then it is given as mu into Ni. Ni is replaced by H. So B is equal to mu H, or for a free space B naught is equal to mu naught H is the important relation between the B and the H. Then what is the mu here, or the mu naught? Mu naught is called permeability. Remember this, permeability of free space. Then mu is called absolute permeability. What it is called? Absolute permeability. Right? Then what is the SI unit? The SI unit of H is ampere per meter. Remember this. SI unit of H is ampere per meter. Am I clear for the second term, that is magnetic intensity or magnetizing field H? Then moving to the next one, that is important. This is asked twice in your annual examination. Define magnetization, or it is also called intensity of magnetization. This is represented by a letter M. What actually the magnetization means? See, dear students, when a magnetic material is placed in the magnetic field, it gets magnetized. That means the magnetic properties are introduced in the material. Am I right? And due to that magnetic properties, the magnetic poles are developed in the material. That pole make the magnetic, or that poles makes the magnetic moment in the material. Then the question comes, how much magnetic moment is produced in the material? So that magnetization means the magnetization of a sample is equal to the net magnetic moment produced in a material per unit volume. What is the magnetization or intensity of magnetization? It is the net magnetic moment produced per unit volume in the magnetic material. So, that is given by M is equal to the net magnetic moment per unit volume, Then the net magnetic moment, already you know, it is represented as a pole strength into 2L. Pole strength into 2L upon volume means I can take it as a area into 2L, for the solenoid. Then here 2L you can cancel, then magnetization can also be defined as, how can you define this? This is also one formula, yes. How can you define in other way? The magnetization of the sample is also defined as the magnetic pole strength produced per unit area of the material or per unit area of the sample, that gives the magnetization or intensity of the magnetization. Am I clear? Yes. Then the question is the SI unit of magnetization is ampere meter. SI unit of M is ampere meter. Yes, these are the three important terms used in the magnetism. But along with this, if you want to find the relation between what is the magnetic induction, magnetic permeability and the susceptibility, we need to study the further two terms. In that, first one is magnetic permeability. The next term is magnetic permeability. This is represented as a mu. Then how to write the mu? Simple, I can write mu is equal to B upon B naught. With the formula itself, we can define what is the magnetic permeability. Yes, what is the B here? B means it is the magnetic induction produced in the specimen. Magnetic induction produced in the specimen. Then what is the B naught here? It is the magnetic induction produced in a free space. Magnetic induction produced in a free space. Then can you define now what is the magnetic permeability? Magnetic permeability mu is equal to, it is the ratio of the magnetic induction produced by material in a specimen to the magnetic induction produced in a free space. It is the ratio of the magnetic induction produced by a specimen to the magnetic induction produced in a free space. Am I clear? Yes. Or else you can also define this. One more term we can use here, mu r, that is mu r is given as mu upon mu naught. Mu r is called the relative permeability. Then mu is called absolute permeability. Mu naught is called free space permeability. Then what is a mu r? Define relative permeability means it is the ratio of absolute permeability to the it is the ratio of the absolute permeability to the permeability in the free space. That is mu r is equal to mu upon mu naught. And remember, this is a unitless quantity. That means what? When you are taking the ratio of the same quantity, there is no SI unit. Yes. So therefore, there is no dimension also, and it is a unitless quantity. Am I clear, dear students? And moving to the very important term, that is magnetic susceptibility. The next term is magnetic susceptibility. Yes, what it is? And this is represented by xi m. Xi m means what? Magnetic susceptibility. How to define this? What the susceptibility explains? When a magnetic material is placed in the magnetic field, then the susceptibility explains us how the magnetic material will adjust with the external field, how it reacts, how it explains about the magnetization when it is kept in the external field. That is why magnetic susceptibility can be defined as, Xi m is defined as m upon h. See dear students, first I am writing the formula because with the help of the formula only you can define, you can keep, you can remember the definitions. Xi m is the magnetic susceptibility. Then how to define this? It is equal to, or it is the ratio of magnetization of the material to the magnetizing field applied to it. What is magnetic susceptibility? Magnetic susceptibility of the sample is the ratio of magnetization produced to the magnetizing field applied on it. Here m is the magnetization, m is the magnetization, or what is the next another term of the m? Intensity of magnetization. So, m, that is magnetization, and here it is a magnetizing field, magnetizing field. So, if you want in another term also, magnetic susceptibility Xi m is defined as, it is the ratio of the intensity of magnetization of sample to the magnetizing field applied on it. Both the side you can define. Yes, and remember this also, Xi m also has no unit, has no unit. Okay. Then these are the terms. See, in this the two very important terms are, one is what is magnetization or the intensity of magnetization, and the second one is magnetic susceptibility. These two are asked repeatedly in your annual examination. Yes, then let us move to the further, the what is the relation between the permeability and the susceptibility. This relation helps you in your competitive exams. Okay. Then next step is moving to relation between mu and Xi m. Mu is the permeability, Xi m is the susceptibility, or sometimes it can also given mu r and m. Mu r means what? Sorry, mu r and Xi m. Mu r is what? Relative permeability, Xi m is the magnetic susceptibility. And remember, the susceptibility value is different for different types of the material. That means you will study about the diamagnetic, paramagnetic, ferromagnetic material. Related to that we study in the next video. Yes. Now focus on the relation between the mu and the Xi m. What it is actually? See, assume there is a magnetic material placed in the magnetic field, and I told that the magnetic field B can be given as, that is given as mu into h. Am I clear? And here for the free space you can take this as B naught is equal to mu naught into h. And when the same magnet with the specimen is placed in the magnetic field, then that Bm, I take it as a, in the material medium, Bm is given as mu naught into m. What is the m here? It will be magnetized, that is magnetization. Then when I want to find the total magnetic field of that specimen kept in the magnetic field, B is equal to B naught plus Bm, B naught plus Bm. See dear student, I am going to connect the relation between the magnetic susceptibility and the permeability. B is equal to B naught plus Bm. Then take the next step. B is equal to B naught is B is equal to mu naught H and Bm means that is equal to mu naught M. And if you take mu naught as a common, that is mu naught into bracket H plus M. This is another important relation between the magnetic induction B, magnetizing field H and the magnetization M or intensity of the magnetization. Then further, if you substitute B is equal to mu into H is equal to mu naught H plus M. Okay, then you know that, just know, you came to know that here xi m means M upon H. Yes, using relation xi m is equal to M by H, then M is equal to xi m into H. Put this relation in the above expression, put here, then mu H is equal to mu naught into bracket H as it is plus xi m. M means that is H into xi m. Okay. Then take the H outside, mu naught into H, here 1 plus xi m, H came common, H get cancelled, then mu is equal to mu naught into bracket 1 plus xi m is the one of the important relation between permeability and the susceptibility. Further, if you move, then this mu naught is taken here divided by mu upon mu naught means that is relative permeability. Therefore, mu upon mu naught is equal to what is right hand side, that is 1 plus xi m. Mu upon mu naught is nothing but mu r, then it is equal to 1 plus xi m. This is the very important relation between the relative permeability and the magnetic susceptibility. It will help you in your NEET JEE competitive exams, right? And at the last I am going to tell you that mu naught and mu r, these quantities are the scalar quantity, these have only magnitudes. Then coming to the B, H and the M, these all are the vectors because they have both magnitude and the direction. So, they are called the vector quantity. Hope you understood the points, right? Thank you for watching the video.